Welcome to Studio E. I'm your host, Samia Villafort. On today's episode, we have a guest in studio from Brazil to the Bay Area. Singer Diego Moraes is here.
Rebento, a reação imediata, cada sensação de abatimento.
And we will catch the latest COVID cases in San Francisco with UCSF infectious disease Dr. Peter Chin-Hong. And we visit a new immersive exhibition, The Queen's Ball, a Bridgerton Experience. But first, our Gladson Martin spoke with Dr. Peter Chin-Hong, an infectious disease physician at UCSF. Gladson?
Dr. Peter, thank you so much for joining me. So, we are hearing cases of COVID cases in San Francisco, in the Bay Area in general, going up. So what is the situation right now in San Francisco?
So right now in San Francisco, we have some of the highest levels of COVID we've ever had in the history of the pandemic, because the officially reported numbers, which are going up, are only a fraction of the cases that we have in reality, because many people are testing at home, or some people are not even bothering to test. Maybe because they don't even know they have infection. At UCSF, for example, we swab everyone coming in, whether or not they have symptoms or not. And about 1 in 15 patients with absolutely no symptoms have infection. So that's the situation. But despite having a big fire in the community, the hospitals are, high or full, but they're not to the levels in January.
Are the number of COVID positive test positive people, so are they more likely to be vaccinated or they're not vaccinated?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So the people who are sick are mainly unvaccinated still, but we're seeing more and more people who are vaccinated. And those are people who've not gotten any booster. They tend to be older than 65 with no booster at all. So the takeaway point is it's really important to get that booster shot now more than ever. And the first booster is the most important. But of course, the older you are, the second booster becomes more important.
So are we talking about getting a third booster in the fall?
We are talking about getting a third booster. And the reason is that it's going to look very different. It's going to be a cocktail of different COVID types. One is going to be the original strain or variant, and the other two are going to be BA4 and BA5.
Wow. So let me go back before we jump to the vaccination numbers in San Francisco. When you mentioned about the swab to do the test, the COVID test, before at the beginning of the pandemic, you used to swab all the way into the nose, right? So now what I'm hearing people, you don't need to go all the way in, but more likely like maybe a half inch in. What is the best way? And so sorry to cut you off, but another thing is I heard from a doctor in San Francisco there sometimes she tested herself on her throat. She tested herself first of all in her nose and was negative, but she had the symptoms. She tested again on her throat and was positive. Is that a reality to say we are testing right or testing wrong, or can you do both ways?
Yes, testing has changed now in the Omicron era. In the old days, we had to use the nose only. It was pretty good. But right now, two things happening. First of all, people are getting symptoms before it actually becomes positive on the test. And that's because we have a lot of antibodies, because a lot of people are vaccinated. So the antibodies and the immune system is saying, hey, there's an enemy there. But there's not enough of the enemy to turn the antigen test positive. You need 100,000 or more to be positive on antigen tests, whereas in the PCR, you just need a few. The second reason is that this particular variant, Omicron flavors, they start off in the throat rather than in the nose, like the old days. So combining the throat and the nose in a single swab is probably going to be the best way. Actually, the best way is the PCR, but if you don't want to go out and get a PCR, combining a throat sample using the same swab and a nose sample each side will give you the highest yield. Wow. And not stopping at once. So if you continue to have symptoms, you should continue to test, even if you had a negative test. particularly if you have had risk or you think everybody else in the same party got positive, you probably are positive and just not positive on the antigen test yet.
And why we're not hearing people talking about the swabs at the throat?
Because it's not validated in the United States for that, but in other countries like in the UK, for a long time, they've been encouraging people to use both samples for that swab.
Got it. So I got 2 shots, 2 boosters. What are the chances I get COVID?
Well, I think that about 6 weeks or so after your booster, your chances for getting infection, that's what we call breakthrough infection, particularly with BA.5 or any new variant that comes along, will be high, but it will still be lower than people who are not boosted. And we have data from the CDC showing that. Everyone thinks, oh, it doesn't matter if you're vaccinated, you're still going to get it. That's actually not true. It's still riskier to get infected if you're not vaccinated and if you're not boosted. Number 2, it gives you amazing protection at preventing you from going to the hospital, preventing you from going to the intensive care unit. So to me, that's a big success.
Dr. Peter Ching Hong, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks so much, Lisa.
Now, if you are a fan of Bridgerton, you are in for a treat. A new form of art exhibition starts this week in San Francisco. The Queen's Ball, a Bridgerton Experience. We went to check this immersive experience. I want to invite all of you to merge with me to the Queen's Ball Experience.
This is inspired by Marie Antoinette, but the Mexicana version. And I just love the show, and I love this timepiece, and I mean this time, and the way the dresses are, and everything. Yeah, I just love wearing jewels. Yeah.
And how about you, Kim?
It's just fun to dress up, and we're costumers, so we do this pretty often, but it's just a lot of fun, and we love the show.
I'm right here with Akina, and I couldn't miss this gorgeous young lady. She looks stunning as a princess. Tell me about your outfit.
This dress was bought off of, I think it's called Fashion Con. I don't know, I saw it and I kind of thought of Daphne from the first season of Bridgerton, and I just completely fell in love with it. The pearls are so beautiful, and I kind of went for that gold theme.
On this displays dresses from the show. A lot of fans of the show are in line right now to have their picture taken. Why not celebrate your birthday in Bridgerton style? Happy to be here with your family?
Yeah, it was really, really sweet of them. He even got dressed up. This is definitely not his normal scene, but I really love Bridgerton and like dressing up in fancy gowns, so this was the birthday celebration.
I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did this extravaganza night, the Queen's Ball Bridgerton Experience. And now excuse me because I have a ball to attend.
I lost my crown, but I got my prince.
Here in studio, a Brazilian singer who has an incredible voice, Diego Moraes. So happy to have you here in our show. I remember seeing you singing back in Brazil in 2009 at Ídolos.
Yeah, it was like a Brazilian version of American Idol we had in Brazil, and I got the second place.
You got the second place.
Yeah, it was unforgettable, and I learned a lot with that experience. It was really great. Yeah.
And I heard that you're still on a second reality show that I thought it was over, but actually it's not, which is Canta Comigo.
Yes, Canta Comigo. It's like a Brazilian version of a reality show from UK, which is called All Together Now. And yeah, I'm recording there like for 5 seasons. And now I'm not singing, I'm working there as a judge.
A judge. Tell me the experience. First, you were a competitor, and now you are a judge.
Yeah.
Well, how's the difference of both for you?
It's crazy because the time taught me a lot. So when I was in American Idol in Brazil, it was like I was really young. I had in that time like 23 years old, and before that, I used to sing just in bars and small theaters. So it was like scary. Now I know how everything works behind the scenes and everything. And when I'm watching somebody singing front of me, totally nervous. Oh my God, no, don't be nervous because everything's gonna be all right. It's
I've been there.
It's not monster that you think it is, you know. Yeah, it's beautiful because it's being a judge now. It's like to have a conversation with myself from the past.
I want to hear your song that it was very famous in Brazil, Moderno.
Oh yeah. Eu olho muito pro céu. É que eu ando de ônibus, bebo no copo de requeijão, combino terno e chinelo, gasto tudo que ganho com farrinha barata. Trabalho o ano inteiro, mas a minha grana não dá nem pro cheiro.
What motivated you to write this song?
I used to work in a shopping mall, like selling glasses, and it was like
you were a salesman,
system, right?
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
because I didn't have any day off. It was like Sunday to Sunday, working every day, like 8 hours per day. And one day I had day off, and I went to São Paulo City just to hang out and everything. And in my back, and when I got back to Campinas City, where I wrote this song, my friend asked me, "So what are you doing in your life?" And I just said, "Oh, I was looking at the sky." Why? Oh, because I ride by bus. So the song started like this.
Why USA, California? Are you trying to pursue your career here in the USA?
Actually, I was invited to come to United States for the first time to do an artistic residency in Princeton University with performers, dancers. And my mission in that time, it was like to teach them how to harmonize voices in a performance show. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful experience. And the teacher who invited me, Juma Tatupo, his name, he's a research. His research is about black communities in America. So in that time, it was me from Brazil, another performers from another countries from South America and New York and everything. And I took this opportunity to schedule concerts here, like in New York, in San Francisco right before the pandemic. San Francisco was my last concert before the pandemic. After that, I wasn't able to play till now.
And I want to know about your new album. It's all about social media. Can you sing to us, for us, any new song that's coming? Or is it a secret?
No, it's not a secret, definitely. Actually, we did concerts lately here in the United States, and I'm already singing these new songs that I wrote during my isolation.
During COVID?
During COVID, yeah. And
Which was in Golden Park about a few days ago, and it was completely sold out.
it was sold out. We did in Berkeley too, in Ashkenaz. It was beautiful. Look, the moon, how beautiful, my love. What a shame you're looking at your cell phone. Oh, the sun is melting to the sea. What a shame you're looking at your cell phone. Oh my God, a spaceship in the sky. What a shame you're looking at your cell phone. Oh my God, this crazy man in power. Just because you were looking at your cell phone. I can't believe it, I just saw Beyonce crossing the street. The bus driver even smiled at you, but you didn't care. Watch out, there's dog shit in the ground. What a shame you were looking at your cell phone. I just wanna be cuddled with you. What a shame you are looking at your cell phone.
I love it. And it's so true.
A warning, right?
Completely. It's beautiful.
I wrote to my ex-boyfriend.
Yeah?
Yeah, he used to look at his cell phone all the time. And you were losing the world. The reality is happening around, and he was more interested to, yeah.
Than everything else. It is a shame, but it's the new reality.
Yeah, it's
and
the
I
new
have to watch myself because I'm always on my
Oh
phone.
my God, this is a song for you too.
I know, I think so. I was laughing. That was a beautiful song. I bet that all the Americans loves you. And no matter what language you're singing, you're definitely going to touch people's heart. You touched my heart in such a beautiful way. And right here next to you gave me all the chills.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much. And where can people find you?
In my social medias, that's our.
And how's your social media? What's that? We're going to put it down here, his social media, which is
Prazer Diego Moraes.
Prazer Diego Moraes. It's right here. So follow him. You guys are going to see how many beautiful songs and videos that he does.
Oh.
Thank you. And I would love to end this with another beautiful song of yours.
Let's play.
Thank you, Diego. I'll see you soon.
Rebento, substantivo abstrato, o ato, a criação, o seu momento, como uma estrela nova e o seu barato, que só Deus sabe lá no firmamento. Rebento. Tudo que nasce é rebento. Tudo que brota, que vinga, que medra. Rebento raro como flor na pedra. Rebento farto como trigo ao vento. Outras vezes rebento simplesmente no presente do indicativo. Como as correntes de um cão furioso, como as mãos de um lavrador ativo, às vezes, mesmo perigosamente, como acidente em forno radioativo. Às vezes, só porque fico nervoso, eu rebento. Às vezes, somente porque estou vivo. Rebento a reação imediata, cada sensação de abatimento. Rebento o coração dizendo bata a cada bofetão do sofrimento. Rebento esse trovão dentro da mata e a imensidão do som. E a imensidão do som, e a imensidão do som desse momento.
This show is provided by Salon DNA San Francisco and Fitness SF.